Hey guys, welcome to Inflation Chat. I mean, we go through these phases in group chats history where certain things become so dominant that, you can't really, they're unavoidable is a lot of what we talk about. And I would say that happening right now is the just general economy, inflation. I'm pretty sure we got a recession here happening. We're just not calling it that yet. Gas is through the roof. But
a lot of people have gas.
The good news is we have a new golf tournament.
I mean, if it wasn't for the fine people at LIV Golf, I don't know where our economy would be.
Yeah, I don't know what else we'd have to look forward to because they are shelling out bags like it is nobody's business. But I guess that's what happens when you're the ones with the gas. You know what I mean? You're the ones who have to buy the gas. You don't have those type of bags. You're the one selling it.
What's a gallon of gas in Saudi Arabia? Was it 40 cents, 50 cents?
They just hand them out. Yeah, they have them at like pitchers, like almost like on tap. You just go fill up.
It's a kombucha at a WeWork.
Yeah,
Guess what gas is.
Exactly.
What do you want? You want a full tank? Come on in.
Come on in. Load up.
You know how like when you go to like, especially in like other countries, you go to someone's house, they stuff you with food.
Yeah.
Like, here you
That's
go.
when you go to
Here's
Saudi
16
Arabia.
gallons. Get the fuck out of here.
Get out of here. Put it on your back. Okay, so we got a lot to talk about. A lot going on in business, a lot going on in the world, mainly economy, inflation, gas focus, but a little bit of other stuff as well. You ready to go?
Yep. Let's do it.
Let's get to it.
Cash.
Ladies and gentlemen, group chat.
Cash.
It's $1 trillion. Hot.
Hey, D.
Hey.
Happy Sunday.
Happy Sunday, and welcome to the worldwide world of LIV Golf.
Welcome. I don't know if you saw it or not,
for?
but I'm a brand ambassador.
I appreciated the geo tag on your Instagram, and that's when I quickly realized the business opportunity, which
What do we
is
got?
you, Brian Atlas, P-Rod, and Chance launching the world's first LIV Golf podcast, commenting on everything that's happening. Like the guy that got whopped in the sidelines.
Yep.
Who
that was
is
a big
he?
one.
Who is he?
Let's have him on.
I want to meet him.
Let's have him on.
I want to know.
I feel like they'd probably shell out $20 million without even thinking about it. If you just even had this would be like a startup. Remember like 6 months ago when Praying for Exits was on and he told us if you just say the word space you'll get funded. This is like that. And I think if you just say the word podcast and have a good deck to pitch, you could probably catch 20 million from the Saudis.
Yeah. I mean, I'm telling you, man, I don't know anything about golf or fucking forget it. I don't know anything about anything, but LIV Golf Tour is amazing.
Yeah.
I
didn't watch any of the stuff. I mean, whatever. It doesn't matter. I know that it's going to be incredible.
It's just that everybody in the world knows what LIV Golf is.
Yeah, that's true.
People are like, oh, it only got 103,000 viewers on YouTube. Yeah, but it has 100% awareness around golfers around the world in 1 week.
Yep.
No one knew what it was last week. This week, everyone knows about it. So, in my opinion, they won.
Yeah. Yeah, it's true. And I think if you pitched a content, we could be the perfect ambassadors.
Yeah. I'm telling you.
We're silly guys. We're all pretty shitty at golf. Nonstop entertainment. I mean, look, I wasn't too into the MAGA idea, when you told me to go full MAGA a few years ago. But I think, this is one that if you're going to sell your soul for the bag,
this
isn't so bad.
What's interesting is I didn't watch the clip, but I was reading that Jim Nantz on today's coverage of whatever PGA event was, they were talking about, people leaving the tour and some reference to 9/11 and patriotism. And
I didn't like it.
Here's what I think. If you're going to open that can of worms, let me tell you some other stories.
Open it up.
Yeah. Public Investment Fund. That is the Saudi fund that invests in American companies. They have the largest stake in Lucid Motors. They have a huge stake in Walmart, Uber, Pinterest.
It's real tough. I mean, do you like gasoline?
You like gasoline? Yeah, stop using it.
You better all drive Teslas.
Yeah, seriously.
Yeah.
And they have a huge stake in Lucid, so they
You
believe
better
in
all
electric
drive
cars.
Ford Volts.
Walk. You better walk.
You better all walk.
So if
It's
you're gonna,
tough, man. It's a
if you're
tough
gonna
can
go
of
down
worms
that
to open.
road, better be ready. Like you want to be a true patriot, then
And
go
I gotta
all the
say,
way.
this is the one thing I got to say. I actually talked to Anand about this, who's truly our golf expert, which is so odd, but he's so knowledgeable about golf. It didn't feel like it felt like they were like the PGA Tour was like the old guard, established. They just thought, just based on their name and their history, no one would ever challenge them.
Yeah.
And even though I understand the complaints about Saudi involvement and whatever, I do think it's really good for golf, because I don't think these guys, I think it was one of these like old guard things where they never had to like innovate. I don't know if they had to treat everyone the best. I don't know if they had to really focus on putting out the best product. They got to just kind of cruise. And anytime that happens, it's bad. But I watched the broadcast today, and like, I don't know, it was just their tone about it. Just
don't be condescending.
It just sucked.
Yeah, you're better off saying, there's a new, sheriff in town. Yeah. And we got to step our game up.
That's it.
Instead of throwing them under the bus, talking about patriotism and this and that, like whatever. Like,
yeah. They had their sponsors on, like the main sponsor for this event. And he came on and just said, it's just like, man, the PGA is just special, it's just unique. And we're just so happy to be involved. And it's just like, okay, cool. But like, that's not enough. You know what I mean?
Not enough. Guess what is enough? $100 million.
$100 million. That'll do it.
And by the way, once gas hits like $14, $16, $23 a gallon, guess who's going to have more money? LIV Golf.
Yep. Mm-hmm. The money's rolling in for LIV.
I mean, for them to spend
looking good.
$20 billion on just like wiping golf out is nothing.
And Anand was like rifling off stats. I don't know, but it was like some guy one of the guys that joined just made more than, so-and-so's career earning. Like, it's gnarly how much money they're paying these guys. And I don't know, like I said, I understand the Saudi complaint, but I'm guilty. Yeah. I mean, I take Ubers.
You're promoting it today on your Instagram.
Well, that was just a kind of, that was to be silly, but
it got good, good engagement.
Yeah. I also tagged myself as Tiger Woods. So, but I'm not innocent when it comes to supporting Saudi invested businesses. So, hey. Yeah. What's another one? I don't know. But I do think at the end of the day, take the Saudi part out of it, it's really good for golf, because I think PGA was like on their old high horse, and I don't think
from that perspective, I think anything that gets challenged is good ultimately for the consumer. Because PGA will have to step their game up now and show up with some innovation, because they clearly haven't.
No.
Because otherwise LIV would not have seen the opportunity as like, oh shit, like,
yeah, they obviously talked to those guys. Like, they're not dumb. They're not just throwing money. So they obviously had meetings with Phil Mickelson and all these guys and said, hey, what's it like over there?
I don't know. For $125 million, it doesn't fucking matter what's it like over there.
It does not matter. I mean, that was Phil Mickelson's whole statement that he put out that got him in trouble last year, was like, he was saying that the PGA doesn't treat the players the best, and they don't exactly have like as much of a say as they would like.
Which is kind of crazy, because from my knowledge, isn't Phil Mickelson like he all time like one of the tops?
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
And if he's saying that, like, I get it when like Bumblefuck Johnson is saying that nobody knows, who's 653rd in the world. Yeah, obviously the
Phil
PGA
Mickelson should not feel that way. He should feel supported.
Yeah, Phil Mickelson should be like, yeah, I don't know what these other people are complaining about. My life is great. So I don't know. I'm curious to see. Yep. Yeah, I'm curious to see, how that all plays out. And I think a lot of this will come down to money. And unfortunately, we are heading into like a time where sponsorship dollars 100% are going to get cut. Endorsement money is 100% going to get cut. I was, a lot of conversations been having behind the scenes have been Crypto.com, FTX, SoFi, a lot of these like new age financial companies have sponsored stadiums, sponsored athletes.
Crypto.com, man. It just feels like, is there any buyer's remorse on that Staples Center purchase?
I would not be surprised if a lot of these deals end up getting walked away and new people come in and take the naming rights. Yeah. You know, there's rumblings of several of those companies having some issue, like their boards are having issues with it. You know, just spending this amount of money given what's happening in the climate. And I was looking at crypto over the weekend. I think ETH on Friday morning was like 1,800. It's 1,350 right now.
Yeah. Yeah. It's a bloodbath.
Bitcoin is like 25,000. It said, I was reading that
Is it right now?
Yeah.
Oh my God. I thought we were just good at 30. Like I thought it was just going to hold at 29 or 30.
I know.
What's it at this moment?
It's not hodl.
It's not hodling, huh?
Yeah. And you know, MicroStrategy, which is Michael Saylor, who's put a ton of Bitcoin on his balance sheet, reportedly, you know, this was as of this morning, had lost $330 million on the Bitcoin investment.
Sheesh.
Since then, the Bitcoin's gone down even more. So let's assume it's closer to $400 million. El Salvador is going to have a coup soon.
Oh, that's over.
I mean, if I was a citizen of El Salvador and this guy is touting, I'm going to save our country with this, and crypto goes down. You know, unfortunately, like all things, this was just another speculative mania. And now that people need cash, you're probably going to dump all your crypto, your NFTs before you dump your Apple stock.
Well, you would hope.
Yeah.
I don't know. I mean, who knows with these young people, but you would absolutely like the majority of retail investors, right? Because I mean, a lot of these investors just started getting offered Bitcoin.
Yeah.
You know, like the Charles Schwab crowd.
Man,
right. I mean, I don't know if Charles Schwab actually offers it, but the point is like it just started making its way into kind of like, what would you call that? Retirement.
Yeah.
Money management conversations. Yeah. So that has to be the first to go. And I can't believe it's down that much.
It's bad. And I was looking Axie Infinity, which was a game that we spoke about a lot. Like people had farms in the Philippines and they were playing and everyone was making a living. It was going to change the way regular people make a living.
Yep.
No, nothing's changed. It's all the same shit.
I mean, that thing, they're in trouble, right?
Yeah, it's a disaster. Like what's happened is that like these businesses, unfortunately, have faced so Axie Infinity, I think at the peak had 2.7 million daily active users in November of 2021. Yeah. It has less than like 900,000 users now. The actual coin has completely crashed. So like people who bought into the game they're earning less money. So these games work well when the currency is stable or going up.
Yeah.
When they crash, it's kind of worthless. Yeah. And so Sky Mavis, which is the company that created it, like was, you know, I still do believe what they were doing was revolutionary. The problem is everyone got in, it got speculative, it went way too berserk, and now it's an epic disaster. And like, that's my biggest scare with this is that like this whole generation of young investors, and you could see it in Robinhood. There's no activity on Robinhood. Who's checking their Robinhood anymore? Mm-hmm. Nobody.
Mm-hmm. No.
Unless you're shorting stocks, you're fucking done with Robinhood.
Yeah, and I don't even think anyone has the balls to even do that now. You know what I mean? Like you just got your ass handed to you. You're not out there.
Yeah, you're not trying to figure it out. You're just like, you know what? I lost the money. Let me go back to the bar. Let me know what I know, which is a couple cocktails.
Yeah.
a late night
A
pizza,
Moscow Mule.
a
Yeah.
Moscow Mule, and a pizza, and that is where I know
Keep
I
it
can
close
win.
to home. Yeah.
Yeah, like
I also I have the impression, I'm curious if this is right. Like all the people that were like just frantically trading NFTs, like they're all wiped, right? I mean, all but like a handful of NFTs have held any or got wiped.
yeah, and even the top, like I'm always looking at the value of a Bored Ape. Okay, Bored Ape floor right now is 88 ETH. The problem is 88 ETH is worth, let's see what it's worth today.
That's a whole new problem.
Yeah, it's just like, it's not worth what it was.
That's what's fucked up.
$118,000. It was like 500 grand like a few months ago.
Yeah.
So,
oh my gosh.
It's bad. It's really, really bad. You know, Ape coin is fucking worthless. The land they gave you, worthless. And so
I'll tell you what, you want to talk about like the scam of the century. Because if you think that like most of that NFT trading was probably supported by government, you know, stimmy.
Yeah.
There are some bozos that just made off like a bandit.
I'm sure there are many, many people that dumped at the peak, made money, and are laughing right now. Plenty of people.
Some of the people that launched these, you know, not all of them. So, because I know we have some friends in the game, but some people that launched these NFT projects and they just sold like crazy. I mean, every week there was a new wild project where people were making a killing. Like some of those people put money in the bank.
Yeah. And I think I think look, this is what we learned from this is unfortunately, dude, this is crazy. I just got an alert. Celsius, which is a big exchange, just emailed all of their customers saying, we are pausing all withdrawals, swap, and transfers between accounts.
All withdrawals?
It's fucked.
Pausing withdrawals is nuts.
That's imagine, just to put in context, that's Wells Fargo calling you and saying you can't take money out of your bank account. What would you do when that happens?
Just start crying.
No, that's like, here's the case that like, I believe that there are some use cases for crypto and blockchain and even NFTs.
Yeah.
But to say that it's going to replace finance, like it's a long ways away. It may not happen in our lifetime. It may happen in the future. I just don't like decentralization is too fucking scary.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, you can't it's not even decentralized. Who the fuck is Celsius? It sounds like a Winklevi operation, isn't it?
No, that's Gemini.
Gemini?
Yeah. Similar though. Yeah, that's, oh my gosh, man. That's gnarly. And just think about all the young people. I mean, all types of people, but all the people that just, like, we just went through 6 months to a year of it being like, if you're not in crypto, you're stupid. This is where everyone's making so much money. Like, so many people are going to get wiped.
I mean, I think they already got wiped. It's like
this is like wiped. This is literally wiped. This is literally like, oh, next week, sorry guys, we're shutting down.
Yeah,
sorry about whatever you had in your account.
Yeah, and I know everyone's posting on Twitter, every correction goes down 90%, then it rips, blah blah blah. But like
that's like an 18-year-old thing, man.
Okay, but like, yeah, so you lost all your money and then you have to wait 5 more years to get it back. That's not that good either.
Yeah.
Like, I mean, especially if you were counting on that money.
There's a lot of this money that we're talking about that I don't know is going to rip back. Like Apple, sure.
Yeah.
But not fucking whatever coin that you found out from a homie and had it in Celsius.
Yeah, some shit coin is not coming back. Doge
is going to survive.
I don't think so. I think it's fucked.
There's one thing I'm sure
I knew that
economy.
SNL skit, the SNL Elon Musk, I had told Pete, I'm like, this is the peak. Culturally, It was the moment. Get the fuck out.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, how about that inflation data? I thought, I'll be honest, like, what?
So the data was coming out Friday. I was reading about it Thursday. What did you think was going to happen Friday?
I thought inflation was down moderately. I thought,
according to what? What made you have that confidence?
I guess fucking good old fashioned optimism. I don't know. I just thought like, okay,
American greed.
Yeah. Like I just thought we're raising rates. We're all good. It's going to be a bumpy 6 months, but we have a really good outlook here past that. And I thought the worst has already happened. I couldn't have been more wrong. Record numbers, stock market plummets. And we're in a bad situation here. Inflation
is completely out of control. What's funny is everyone Thursday night, I was watching like the late night Bloomberg, which is like early morning in Asia. Mm-hmm. And there, the whole world is waiting basically for American inflation data. And I was looking at it and I was like, this is going to be terrible. There's no fucking way this inflation data is going to be good. What anecdotal kind of experience do I have that shows that inflation data is good? Yeah. And, my 2 points were on Thursday, I was driving near our office at the ripoff gas station, San Vicente and Olympic. Mm-hmm. It was $7.99 for the premium. $7.99.
It's so
and
nuts.
Then I had Anand had told me on the little Santa Monica 76 station in Beverly Hills, the full service, this is full service, was $8.44 for the premium.
And people are like pulling up.
$10 gas is, around the corner in Los Angeles.
I mean, that's $10. Come on, that's a little bump away.
And then I went to dinner the other day with my wife and kids, and I'll tell you exactly what we ordered. We went to like a restaurant in Beverly Hills, Mexican restaurant, not fancy, pretty casual, like I would say like upscale, but like I don't know, we're wearing shorts and whatever.
Yep.
I order like a bowl. We order a nachos for the table. Haley orders a salad. Dominic orders one steak taco. Mm-hmm. And Miles just eats like our leftovers. We ordered a side of rice and beans and mushrooms. Okay.
Yeah.
I had one drink. Haley had one drink. Guess how much our dinner was?
$72.
$185.
185.
Yes.
Oh, so you knew.
I literally was like, we should never eat out again. This is the dumbest fucking thing I've ever seen in my life.
That was Friday. When was that?
Friday or Saturday, yeah.
Oh my God. It makes me feel also like inflation's actually way worse.
It's way worse. That's why, like, I remember even the week before we went out to dinner and it was like, I said on this podcast a month ago, for us to go out to dinner, 4 people, no alcohol was $100. Now it's one drink each, $184. Obviously that includes tip. But like, I was like, fuck, dude. And Haley's salad had no meat, no protein. I'm vegetarian. Miles is basically eating our leftovers.
Yeah.
And Dominic had one steak taco.
Yeah, that is wild, man. Oh my God. I think it's way worse. I think that they're doing everything they can to make that number as low as possible. And the lowest they can get it is 8.6 or wherever the hell we're at.
Yeah, I mean, that's really kind of what I see is that like it's pretty hard to like, I don't know, like, so year over year, this lady, Heather Long on Twitter had posted, she's a Washington Post columnist, biggest increases. This is over year. Yeah. Groceries are up 12%.
Yeah.
Chicken is up 17.4%.
Wow.
Restaurants 9%. Oil 107%. Electricity 12%. Rent 5%. Airfare 37.8%. Services 5.7%. By the way, I thought New York, we were talking about it last week or a few days ago. Oh, it's cheap. Everyone's moving back. Absolutely incorrect. Record high rents in New York City.
Is it? I knew
Record
it.
high. I got blown up by like every real estate agent in New York City that said like, no, it's record high. It's like $4,500 is like the average. Something crazy.
How are all these people affording it? Because the story we talked about last week was that there's record numbers of people going back, moving to the city.
So, I mean, I know someone who signed a lease early last year, and I know they paid nothing. They paid like half what you normally would pay.
Yeah.
So I think a lot of people did move in early last year and got a great deal. And then I'm sure people who are moving in now are just paying like record high rates. And here's how I would equate it. And I don't think these people are doing this math, but let's say you're choosing between LA and New York, and you live in LA and you want to live in West Hollywood, but your office is in downtown. You have to drive, and you talk about gas, car, insurance. You probably could just afford to live in New York City.
Yeah, and walk. But I just feel like a lot of the people moving there, I don't know, this is a complete guess, but like aren't moving from LA. I mean, I guess they could have chose New York over LA, but it just seems like a lot of young people. It seems like a lot of young people that are flooding into the city paying record rents. And when I talked to a real estate agent there, he said that things are going so fast. The moment you put something up, it's gone.
Maybe it's like, okay, we have a 1-bedroom apartment, 7 people are living in it.
I mean, I'll tell you the place I looked at, I guess 7 people could have moved in there, but it was nice. It was spacious and it was expensive, and it went in 12 hours.
What part of town?
Soho.
Yeah. Hot.
Yeah. But I don't know. I mean, there's literally, there are TikToks. I saved one. I'll send it to you. But there's TikToks of real estate people like at like an apartment leasing or like an apartment showing. And there's just literally like 30 like Gen Z kids standing around waiting to get in and look at this apartment. Like it's like this weird thing happening that doesn't align with
what's funny is,
hey, if gas is going to be expensive, I guess if you're insistent on moving to a major city, you don't have to spend gas money there.
You know what was really sad today, and I'd said this before, whenever gas prices were really high recently.
Mm-hmm.
I near my neighborhood gas station, I pulled up, and the person before me had put $4 of gas in.
Damn.
Which was literally like
less than a gallon.
It was like 0.58 or something like that. And I was like, man, that's
that type of shit's
sad.
Happening. Yeah.
That's sad. Like,
I'll tell you what I did the other day is I was about to run out of gas and I was going to the gym, I think it was, or whatever. And I just like my gas was literally on E and it had been on E from yesterday. And so I stopped at a gas station, but I was late. So I stopped and I'm like, I'm just going to put $10 in just to get me there. And the amount of gas that I got for $10 was
you got a gallon
depressing.
and a half. Yeah.
I barely made it to North Hollywood on $10. But yeah, I think that is, I think that's very, very common. Like, I think people, it's really scary. Like, I know we talked about this, like food shortage and baby formula shortage and all that stuff. Like, I think that what's going to happen to people with how bad this is currently and is about to get and how long it's going to last. I don't know. I worry that we're going to hear some like really sad stories, like a lot of them.
Yeah, I'm sure they're already out there and we're just not aware. But yeah. I think I'm pretty disappointed in the administration and like not addressing inflation. Joe Biden came out and talked about gun control, and rightfully so, and that should be top of mind nationally.
Yeah,
and it affects so many people. So does inflation, and so does getting to work every day. And this is going to crush, like the same way all the lockdowns crush so many families and people.
Yeah,
dude, this is going to be fucking devastating.
Yeah.
Like, it's going to be so bad. How many people, like, I heard the other day, trucking companies are going bankrupt every day because they can't afford the fuel. They can't find staff. They're just giving up.
And this is literally we're at the very beginning.
Yeah.
Like there's no, I mean, that I see other than more stimulus, there's no quick solve anywhere in sight.
No, there isn't. And like the one thing we were talking to our friend Michael Katz, and he was like, innovation will be the way out of this, which I agree with him. And the innovation that he spoke about, technology does get us out of these problems. So I was reading an article about autonomous trucks, how that's going to, I believe autonomous, let's say there are autonomous electric trucks. That will definitely affect the cost of goods.
Yep.
I read an article about hotels now, because staffing is such an issue. They're automating check-in, check-out. You want to order towels, just text. You want to order room service, text. Yep. So many hotels I've been to lately, they're like, download the app, do everything there.
Yeah.
Don't fucking call us, because there's no one to pick up. There's no one to pick up. So I think like we're getting there, but I don't know if it's going to happen fast enough.
Yeah. It seems like that's like a 10-year solution from like, I don't know how. Obviously Michael Katz is right in that like thought, but I don't know what that does for like next year. So
have you been to McDonald's lately?
No, but I ordered it on Postmates the other day.
Okay. So you're part of the elite.
If I'm being honest.
I went to the McDonald's in the neighborhood the other day. Mm-hmm. It's all fucking big ass screens, and you just order. You don't actually.
I saw that. I saw that online, but I didn't know if that was like rolled out.
Even Taco Bell. I was at a Taco Bell the other day. Just ordered home.
You've just been going. You've been living.
It's inflation, bro. I can't afford
family
of four, $184. Taco Bell, family of four, $18.
Yeah, that's true. Theirs was automated too.
Yeah, Taco Bell. You just press boom, 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 boom. Press on this big screen.
Yeah, but what's that do for the? I mean, doesn't that still at the current time we're in? That doesn't solve the person who used to work there, what happens to them.
But they don't want to work anyways, so it's fine.
But I think now they do. I mean, I don't know, right? I mean, the question is like in 6 more months, you cannot tell me that the people who are just choosing to be unemployed is through the roof. That has to be leftover from before. We're like 2 weeks in, and I feel like it's a bloodbath. I have to believe in 6 months. What's everyone doing?
I think the idea of going to work is worse than being poor.
Being homeless? What do you do? How do you pay your rent? It's not like, I feel like there was a good outlook of like trading crypto, NFTs, side hustle. Like how many side hustles are going to get cut in the next 6 months? People aren't going to be able to afford.
Unfortunately, like everything gets cut. All spending gets cut.
Yeah.
So it's going to trickle down to.
And if people have offices, they're getting their staff back in the office. You're going to have less of these like gig workers. Like it's all going to get tightened up.
Yeah.
This is
nothing.
There's
no gig.
There's no gig. I don't know. If the numbers in 6 months are still that people are just choosing not to be in the job market, I will be more shocked than I've been this whole time.
I think those jobs are never coming back. I don't think the person working at the check-in at the hotel or Taco Bell service person or a truck driver, like I don't think people want to do those jobs. They'll get automated, but when that gets automated, there'll be other jobs. You just have to retrain the workforce. And you got to modernize it. So we have listeners that has said, fuck it. I forgot his name, but he was in the fitness industry, went and got, learned how to code, got a job making 6 figures. You just have to evolve. Like if you're in a job that can potentially get automated, you got to evolve your skill set. Yeah. If you don't.
But there's so many people that won't.
Sayonara.
There's so many people that literally just don't, like, they just don't think that way. Like they just won't. Like there's so many like, order takers and all those jobs you just described that are like, I'm not fucking learning to code. You shitting me? Now my job's taken by an iPad.
Before it was by a Chinese person. Now it's an iPad.
I guess you can say that. I can't. That was D. Murthy who said that. And, but yeah, I don't know, man. I literally, if you think about it, we're what, a month in? We're a month in of like,
destruction.
Let's be safe. We're 3 months in of like really talking about inflation being scary. Yeah. And I think that we're a month in at best to like, oh shit. Like this is actually like recession plus inflation plus no end in sight. We're at the very beginning.
Yeah. It's really scary.
Did you see that? Speaking of all this, there's in LA, there's like at UCLA, they developed an algorithm or a software to tell who is at risk of becoming homeless, so that in the effort to prevent homelessness, you could reach out to these people and offer help and see how they're doing. You know, city workers can reach out, but it sort of flags, what is it, like certain situations? Like, are you unemployed? Is there medical issues? Like, what is it flagging? This is pretty mind-blowing to me.
Yeah. So basically, they use an example of a woman that was living off $200 a month, and a caseworker came, started helping with resources, food, basic needs, so that she could pay her rent with, you know, whatever government aid she was having. And they asked her, how did you know that I needed help? And they're using predictive modeling to know when people are on the edge, cusp of homelessness, or, you know, and help them get out of that. This is pretty fascinating. This is like such an incredible like use of technology, and like how it can potentially be used to solve so many of the problems. Because let me tell you, it's a lot cheaper for the city of Los Angeles to help that woman now than let her be homeless. It's way worse. I don't hear the case to let her be homeless. Like, I just don't get it. Like, I think it's way better for society if she survives and we get her back on her feet and help her find a job and help her find resources, help her get medical care, than lose everything. Because I think losing everything is not good for everybody else. That's what people don't understand.
Yeah, it's not good for anyone.
Yeah, they you know, selfishly, it was like, oh, I got to help people, but that's not going to help her situation. And like, I think we're at a point where we have to prevent problems, not just solve them. Like, too many people, it's always my thing on obesity, where, you know, we know obesity causes so much of our country's ailments, whether it be depression, diabetes, high blood pressure, heart conditions, which cost America billions, if not trillions of dollars. But we don't talk about prevention ever.
It's wild that we don't. Like, it's wild that we just allow, like, you know, fast food to be what it is, and the sizes.
It's automated, bro. You just go up, you press the screen.
You don't even got to see a person anymore.
It's 4 burritos, like, heart attack, diabetes, churro, Mountain Dew, dead. Boom. Thanks. And
you don't even have to see like the concerned look in the cashier's eye when you ordered, you know, double.
You're not
everything.
being judged anymore. Now you just have a computer. Like, you know, if you ordered 3 more things, you get a bonus Taco Bell dollar. Yeah, fuck it.
Get a bonus Baja Blast refill. Yeah, we don't give a fuck. It's so crazy. It's crazy. I just, you know, my concern is like how we were talking about how bad everything is. I feel like this computer modeling is about to just go nuts. I love it. I love the idea. I love it for homelessness. I think it should be used for everything. Yeah, but doesn't it get a little like weird and big brothery? Yeah. Like, what if someone just knocks on your door and they're like, "Hey, D, you need to lose about 8 pounds, you fat piece of shit." We saw your clips on TikTok, and you look fatter than ever. You are at risk of becoming a fat ass on group chat. You are right at the precipice. You may not know it, but we saw the comments. We heard you say Taco Bell and McDonald's in the last week.
And the comments are reading that your face is plump.
We're a little concerned. What'd you do?
We're
You'd be
going to
like,
have to
"Get this
come
fuck
in
off
and
my
take
door."
away all your cheese.
Yeah. Like, we're here. We're here to take your cheese.
And by the way, your credit card does not work at any fast food restaurant in the world.
There you go.
I would love that. I would love to go to a Taco Bell. Because it's better for me.
Okay. Yeah.
I'm not like my body, my choice if it's bad for me.
My body, you tell me.
My body and I'm fat, make me lose weight.
Yeah. So you're down for someone to show up in like a lab coat. They're from UCLA and they're just alerting you that you just showed up on their fat ass algorithm and you just buzzed as at risk.
They're like, sir, what are you doing on that other piece of cheese?
Yeah.
6 slices of pizza?
Sir, is that pizza I see in there? What does that toddler have in his mouth? Is that nachos?
Have you heard of gluten-free?
I heard about this $180 dinner you had the other night, sir. And I heard you say nachos.
You know how they used to, like, Palantir is scanning for terrorism? Yeah. They're just scanning for fat foods.
Yeah. Imagine if there was an algorithm for all risks and you just got pinged if you were hitting someone's.
You get electrocuted, nacho. I mean, honestly, like,
if you're president, that's what you'll enact. Everyone wears a bracelet and you get zapped if you become a risk.
I mean, I personally would love that.
Yeah. That is what people pay a lot of money for.
I went today, like we went to a bunch of birthday parties, whatever. Like there was one birthday party. I saw some salads and a crudité and like, I was like, okay, I can eat healthy. And so I had some. The next birthday party, 6 slices of pizza.
You ate 6 slices of pizza?
You know, like the Domino's thin crust style.
Okay. You're buzzing, dude. You're on the fucking algorithm.
Yeah.
Their algorithm is going crazy.
I would have loved
right
to
now.
had 2 and just got electrocuted anyone after 2.
Yep. I don't think you could have had one.
I don't want to eat 6 slices of pizza. That's disgusting. But I ate it.
Yeah. Okay. Listen.
And now I feel bad.
I think maybe you might be right. We might need this.
I haven't weighed myself in like 3 months. I'm afraid.
Nah, don't do that. Don't do that.
Why?
Don't weigh yourself.
Yeah, exactly.
That's what I'm saying. Just soar in. Ignorance is bliss. It's totally fine. It's sort of like when Trump said we have more COVID because we're testing more. Just go with that theory. If you weigh more,
yourself and you'll
can
feel
get
great.
fatter. If you don't, you can't.
Yeah.
Okay. Let's take a quick break to hear about what's going on over at Ledger.
So they, next week is NFT NYC, and Ledger has a big event. It's called Ledger Open. If you head over to ledgerop3n.com, that's ledgerop3n.com, you can RSVP on the website. I'm sure it'll be virtual, but if you want to go in person, it's over at Moonlight Studios on 330 Hudson Street, 10 a.m. to 6 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. I'm sure a lot of the Cathys will be out there. You don't want to miss this. Head over to the website. They have incredible speakers. They got our guy, Bobby Hundreds, Betty from Deadfellas, Mike Shinoda, Kai from FaZe Clan, and so much more. And I don't know if we're not supposed to announce this or we're supposed to announce it, but they said not announced to the public, but there will be limited edition merch and nanos for sale at Ledger Open.
Yeah, so
was I supposed to announce it or not supposed to?
I mean, look, it looks like we just blew their secret, but I don't know why you would put it in our list of notes. I think there you go. There's some info. It might be some secret info. It might be public, but either way, group chat gave it to you first.
Ledger Open, and the E is a 3. How about that? Ledger Open, E is a 3.com.
There you go. All right, let's get back to the episode. Some more news. Gosh, what do we want to talk about? Well, let's stay on the inflation sort of topic for 1 second. You know that it's serious when it starts to affect, the luxury biz. We talk about that a lot. We talk about how a lot of those, luxury goods and things like that are sometimes kind of recession proof. But luxury home sales have plunged nearly 18%, which is the biggest drop since COVID started.
Yeah.
So the rich are feeling it.
Non-luxury homes fell by 5.4%. Luxury homes sales fell the most in Nassau County in New York by 45% from the year before. Oakland, California by 35%. And then Dallas, Texas by 33%. So luxury is clearly finally kind of peaked. Things are coming back down. I would assume a lot of people it's also a function of just supply. There's probably not a lot of supply.
Yeah.
But, when you have these like massive swings in the stock market and big companies have major layoffs, people get affected, and people, whether they need the money or not, they get concerned and they liquidate and they want cash. So
also the problem is there's kind of no good option even for rich people. I mean, I'm sure everyone has their little things, but like there's not really like a good option of where to put your money right now.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, exactly. Like none of the aggressive assets. You should be buying gold. You could buy U.S. Treasuries. Those are the only things that are up. Everything else is down significantly. So, I don't know. I think with the home sales, like I'm really curious. I know everyone says the market is so hot still. That shit's got to be over. I knew this inflation shit was happening. I kept saying recession was coming, and everyone's like, "You're so negative." Blah 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 blah. It's fucking way worse than even what I thought. Yeah. I think real estate's gonna get fucking clobbered. I literally think it's gonna get clobbered. I think it's just gonna take time. It may happen next year.
Yeah, I mean, the problem for me is I don't see how it couldn't. Like if everything else is getting absolutely crushed, even just the price of $1, how does it not? Where does the money come to keep that going? It has to eventually fall in line. I think that it sounds to me like it was kind of propped up by the supply issue. When the supply is so low for the demand, like it's going to last. It's going to be the last thing to go.
Yeah.
But I just don't see how it doesn't. I don't see how real estate would stay on fire when all the other money is going away.
Yeah.
Okay.
You're right.
We'll see what happens. Marriott, Hilton, Hyatt, all the hotel chains, prices are going up.
Yep.
Travel's down. Things are getting real. I mean, it's just more things are getting real news. Right? Just more signs of the reality hitting here.
Yeah, look, I think I'm not surprised that it has gone up. I was with someone last week in New York who is very big and ingrained in hospitality and specifically hotels. That is his business. He's a hotel guy. He said the reckoning is coming. Like he thinks that prices are going to plummet. He said that basically the most luxury hotels have been running at lower occupancy, staffing at less, and charging way more, which is way more profitable for them.
Yep.
So take your spot, Pelican Hill. They're not full, but they're charging like record high rates.
Yeah, they sure are.
And I just checked for July 4th. A lot cheaper than Memorial Day weekend.
Really? Oh yeah, I forgot you just kind of scan prices.
Yeah, I'm a price scanner.
Yeah, you are. You have your own computer models. Yeah. That's interesting. That's a big, that's a quick leap in that's not very far apart. You would think if one was on fire, the next one would be on fire.
I mean, I think it was like 35-40% cheaper for July 4th.
Are you kidding?
No. You should go.
So fast.
Play golf.
Yeah. I might, might as well.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's fast. That's so fast. It literally feels like all of this is happening right now. Like I think everyone was able to kind of wish it away, act like it was no big deal. I think this month's bad inflation data was like a real shocker.
Yeah.
I think everyone was in this boat as me, the kind of
they were. They definitely were.
Like, we're just going to run. This is going down. We're fine.
Yeah, they definitely were, because that's why the market reacted.
Yeah.
But, when you're just like anecdotally going through life, you just see like there's nothing that's gone down in price.
Yeah.
Gas is such a fucking problem.
Yeah.
By the way, Joe Biden is he wants to go sit down with the Saudi Arabians and be like, let's do a reset.
Like, what's up with that LIV?
Can I get some of that LIV money?
Yeah, that's the crazy thing. I mean, what's the goal there? What's a reset?
Reset means we need you to unlock more oil and drop these prices because Americans are getting hurt. Figure it out.
You know what bothers me so
what
much?
else? Why else does American government care about Saudi Arabia?
Except for the oil you're saying?
No, Joe's like, I really love what you're doing with LIV Golf.
He does. He's like, hey.
We would love for the White House to get involved.
He's maybe a Phil Mickelson fan.
Yeah.
He's like, all right, listen, you give us some oil, we'll get Tiger over there at LIV. How about that?
Yeah, I mean, that should be the deal. We should sacrifice Tiger Woods.
I agree.
To get our gas back down to $4.
That's
like,
fair.
When do you, I put this on Twitter. When do you think, if ever, will gas get down below $5? $5 is so far away.
Yeah. 2025. I don't know, man. Because like I said, I just can't, it feels such like just the beginning.
Yeah.
I don't know. Okay. Well, hey, I mean, we pod through the good times, we pod through the bad times. Both create good content for a pod. So
great content.
If all else fails, we'll have something to pod about. What about Brian Armstrong?
Yep.
Brian Armstrong's great. He's the CEO over at Coinbase. He, notoriously was one of the first people to sort of put out a statement against like political, kind of wokeness within the company, and kind of said, hey, if you don't like it, get out of here. This is a business. It's not a political, arena. And I think there was some immediate backlash, but then he got praised for that pretty hard. Now there's a new thing, new little issue popping up. There's a petition over there at Coinbase called Operation Revive Coin. There's 3 top executives that they want to be ousted. And Brian Armstrong said, go fuck yourself.
Rightfully so. Like, one of his points was, if you don't want to be here or you don't like your executives, why do you want to be here?
Yeah. Good point.
And he said, I was a little offended to not be included. So they put a bunch of execs. He was not on it. He's running the ship at the end of the day. And he said it was dumb. I agree with them.
What's wrong with the execs? What was the complaint? Do you know? Like, what are they?
Yeah, I don't know exactly.
They're meanie pants?
Yeah, vote of no confidence. Oh. Chief Operating Officer, Chief Product Officer, and Chief People Officer. They said executing plans and ideas that have led to questionable results and negative value. No, you're pissed off. Your stock price is down. You want to blame somebody. You can't blame Brian Armstrong because he'll fucking hack your ass. Let's go blame a bunch of other people and like whatever. When stock was blowing through the roof, you loved that place.
You had a lot of confidence.
So guess what? We have no confidence in you. You're fired.
You're fired.
Yeah.
It is so stupid to put all those people and not put, because you're just blaming Brian Armstrong. If all of his executives, his highest level executives are bad, but no, he's good. We like him. It's so dumb. And it's so
whatever. Dumb. It's
props to him though. He really is setting a good standard.
He is. And I think, I questioned some of his things early on, but I agree with them. Like, people are just taking advantage, and you want to sit there and complain, but you're not willing to, be a part of the solution. Instead, you want to put blame. Keep it moving. Find a place where you're happy.
Yeah. Think about how weird it is that like we're in this place where Elon's saying everyone come back to the office. You can fake work somewhere else if you don't like it. Brian Armstrong's doing this stuff. Like, we're really in this era of like, employees versus employers, and this kind of standoff of like maybe I don't know. It seems like the sort of the entitlement of some employees got a little too inflated, and the employers are finally saying, fuck off, which has never really been the dynamic in the past, you know?
It's wild.
At least not outwardly. I mean, these guys are posting on Twitter this stuff.
Yeah,
Elon and Brian.
It's wild. And I think I'm curious to see like how that shifts other CEOs and then how it shifts employees' behavior. Like, are more employees going to get empowered to do what Coinbase employees are doing? And vice versa, are more CEOs going to be like, get empowered to tell their employees, you don't like it here, leave?
Well, I think it kind of switches, right? Like, I think the employees just had a bunch of leverage because no one wanted a job anyway. And now I think all that leverage is pretty much gone. Like, now if you have a job, if you have a good paying job where you're decently happy, you're in a good, you want to lock into that.
Yep.
We'll see. It's just an interesting dynamic.
Yep.
Okay, here's 3 tech stories. Things are changing. Money's drying up. People got to be tighter. Number 1, Shopify. Shopify is having some user engagement issues.
This is an insane stat.
This is really bad.
So, and second quarter engagement trends. So, an analyst by the name of Jeff Cantwell published research on Wednesday that revealed a 13% decline in visits and a 5% drop in unique visitors to Shopify's login page for the month of May. That means this is not the people buying shit. These are the operators of the website.
Yeah.
They're like, I don't even need to log in. My sales are shit.
That's what
My
I'm saying.
sales are dog shit.
Like, you're just not checking that. To me, that just read as like, the effort has decreased.
You're just like fuck it. Exactly. That's really honestly bad. Is the scariest fucking stat.
Yeah. That's really, really bad.
Like, nah, I don't even care, man. Like, whatever. Our sales are down. Can you imagine if visits are down 13% and 5% unique? What are sales down? 50%?
Gotta be. I mean,
it's got to be 50%. At what point do you not give a fuck? 50%, 75%?
At what point do you stop checking? I think you stop checking at like 80%.
Yeah.
So 50, you still have hope. 13%,
you're like,
that's
all right, whatever, we had a
wild.
bad month, we're fine.
Yeah. Oh, that's a scary stat.
That is the stat. That's the stat. That's the scariest stat in all of e-commerce, as far as I'm concerned.
I agree. Okay, next up, Meta. Even Meta has to tighten up a little bit. They are backing off their AR, augmented reality glasses unit.
Yep.
You got to cut costs. These guys are just burning money.
Yeah.
And if something had to go, it looks like augmented reality glasses is going to be one of the first places to cut some costs.
Yeah, they were
good. How about
to
we
launch...
get back to ads?
Yeah,
those were good.
How about you fix your fucking app?
How about Instagram? Yeah, stop sucking. There are now trends, once again, on TikTok of like the fake board meeting at Instagram talking about how do we make our product, how could we make it worse?
Oh
like,
my God.
It's already as bad as it can be. How can we make it worse?
Funny.
Because it's just like you're getting smoked and you're putting zero effort.
Yeah, I mean, first of all, AR glasses are stupid.
Yeah.
Everyone who's done them, no one cares.
No one cares.
The metaverse is fucking gone, bro.
It's dead. RIP. You got to go back to Facebook.
I mean,
I would literally change the name and be like, yo.
Yeah, like, can I get...
It was crazy.
They changed their ticker symbol. I would beg the NASDAQ for Facebook.
Yep. Yeah.
For FB.
This might have been one of the worst high-level business pivots in the last decade. I think it might play out to be that. Do you understand if
we're in like a recession, stagflation market, like no one's going to be caring about the fucking metaverse when you can't like pay for your rent,
your actual food in the real verse, and also who's going to pay $500 for these fucking goggles so you can go meet up with your buddies? Yeah, right.
Yeah, fuck your buddies.
Fuck your buddies. You don't got time to see them or the money to put on those damn goggles. Okay.
Yep. Bye.
Bye-bye. Okay, next up, bad news for all you cricket lovers out there.
All you Indians are screwed.
It looks like Amazon, who also probably needs to stay focused. They were bidding for the IPL cricket streaming rights, so that was happening. I had no idea. They pulled out. They're like, listen,
yeah, so
cricket's too far. NFL, we like it. Cricket, not so much.
Crickets.
Cricket.
I think Amazon's going through their normal situation. They're cost cutting. One of their principles is frugality. Yeah. This is not the time to be spending.
It's not. You need to go back to those door desks.
Yeah, like
isn't that what they have? They have like door. They go to like Home Depot and buy a fucking door, and then they turn it into a desk.
We got to get back to that.
Let's get back
you
to
think
our
we're
roots.
buying the streaming rights for cricket? I think Disney and I forgot who else is up for it. Look, they're going to go spend the money. That's fine. Amazon has walked away. This is a big deal. IPL is like a huge deal for people in India, but like it just shows that Amazon is being disciplined.
Yeah. Okay. Good to see. You want to know who's not worried about inflation whatsoever? And whose family is inflating faster than the US dollar. Nick Cannon, man. This guy just is literally a cannon that's just shooting out babies. He is having baby number 9. It's once again becoming a thing on social media, the amount of Cannon babies. Nick Cannon just doesn't give a fuck. I mean, I know he does well for himself. He doesn't have a care in the world. He's cranking out kids.
He is about to have his 9th child.
Yep. Abby his current person?
Yeah. So they gave birth to twin boys in June of 2021 with Abby, and the same month he welcomed his son Zen with another woman.
No, he's doing 2 at a time?
Yeah.
Wow.
He also in January had a child with Johnny Manziel's ex.
Wow.
And now he has 9th. Look, Nick Cannon is not wealthy enough to have 9 kids. He's just not.
Everyone talks about how much money he has, but I just don't.
Okay, let's say he has $50 million. Let's say he makes $10 million a year.
Yeah.
Each kid is $1 million.
Yeah, well, it's a good motivation. Just keep working. You know what I mean? Like if you get like tired one day, you're like, you know what? I want to just chill
so
out.
Let's assume Nick Cannon does not like condoms.
I think that's a safe assumption. Yeah.
Get a vasectomy. Problem solved.
But maybe he's like into it. Maybe he's just kind of like, yo, I want like a little army here.
He's just a great dad and he just wants.
I'm not saying that. I'm saying
30,
maybe
40 kids.
Maybe it's an ego move. Maybe he wants to, when he goes out, he wants to have 30 kids. And he wants to be like, the Cannon name lives forever.
He's cannoning out.
He's just cannoning babies out of there. Maybe that's the goal.
I just don't understand why he won't get a vasectomy. That's fine. You clearly are not into the idea of some sort of birth control. Cool. Be natural. Go do your thing. But like,
yeah, 9
kids with I don't know how many different women. Like, it's not fair to the children.
How old do you think Nick Cannon is?
Nick Cannon's probably younger than me.
He's got easy 10 more in him.
I met him probably 15 years ago, and he was definitely younger than me.
I think he has 10 more kids left. I bet you, like, he's just out here. He's like, Does
he just not? What do you think goes through his mind? Just, he's the same age as me.
More.
Sorry.
Just more. I want more. More cannons. More cannons.
What does Nick Cannon do now? He hosts a TV show and hosts a radio show.
He still does wilding out. I don't know. Everyone talks about how much money he has. I don't know.
Mariah Carey?
I don't know. Does he just get a stipend?
I mean, you should give him $5 million a month.
What about those Nick Cannon headphones? I don't know, man. All I know is everyone talks about how much money Nick Cannon makes. And
so on Celebrity Net Worth, it says he has $20 million. So that means he has $4 million.
Well, that thing's so off, though.
So they say his salary is $5 million, which I believe. I believe he makes $5 million.
I believe
9 kids a year.
That's too much. That's too much.
$5 million, you are fucking homeless.
Yeah, he's gonna show up on the UCLA computer model.
Yeah, they're gonna go to the computer like Mr. Cannon, like you're teetering
headed
on
right towards homelessness. Your $5 million check is not enough to sustain. I don't know, man. I get the feeling that the same way
it actually upsets me because, like, man, it's not fucking fair to the kids.
Yeah, I feel that. But hey, I think he wants to spread the Cannon legacy. That's what I think. Because why else wouldn't you? I mean, look, what's the reason? You have 9. You just had multiples in a month. Why wouldn't you?
Yeah.
Tie up those tubes and just go have a field day. Don't worry about anything.
If you just did that, your life is fucking chilling.
Yeah. I'm not sure, but I can only believe that if you're not going to do that, then this is on purpose. And there's 10 more on the way because he's got nothing but time. How long can guys make babies till? Like 65?
No, forever.
Literally forever?
I have someone extremely interesting in my preschool class who is in his 80s and he has a child.
Really?
Yeah.
But it gets like less potent, right? But like you still got a shot.
The kid looks great. He looks great. Wife looks great. They all look great.
That's going to be Nick Cannon. Like, hey, this is number 45, we call him.
45. I think he's going to do like 3 this year. I mean, if you're talking 80,
that's his strategy.
We're talking 100 kids.
He wants to build a community.
A commune.
Yeah.
When they say it takes a village, he's like, I want to build one.
He's like, I'll build that village and that village will raise my future children. Okay. That's all we got. Everyone have a great week. Tighten up. Save your money.
Don't go out to eat. It's too expensive. Don't drive.
Go to McDonald's.
There's nothing richer than driving 30 minutes to go have dinner. That's the richest thing you can do.
Yeah, that's true. You want to know what? Yeah. Literally, like the new wealth is like, hey, D, you know what I'm going to do later tonight? I'm just going to go for a drive.
That's rich.
That's like caviar.
Rich.
The caviar.
I mean, if you're going out for a drive just because,
yep,
you're going to be a billionaire.
That's true. Okay, well, everyone tighten up and, stay strong. Make sure you look out. We do think we're early on in the process here. So take care of yourselves out there, Cathys. You might see a lot more webcam call-ins because I can't afford to get over to the office. We'll see you guys on Tuesday. Bye-bye.